Hi friends, welcome back. Today we are going to solve LeetCode problem 1094 carpooling. Before we go through the description of the problem and the examples, I want to mention that my channel is dedicated to help people who are preparing for coding interviews as well as Java interviews. On my channel there are more than 200 solved examples explained in details with Java code, and those examples were taken from previously asked coding interview questions from big tech companies like Apple, Amazon, Google, Facebook, Microsoft, Yahoo, and many others. And those problems constitute different varieties such as dynamic programming, graph related problems, linked list related problems, then binary search tree related problems, BFS, DFS, matrix related problems, and many logical problems as well. So if you are preparing for Java coding interviews or Java interviews, please subscribe to the channel now. This channel can definitely help you in your job interview preparation. So please subscribe it. So let's go through the problem statement for the carpooling problem. There is a car with capacity empty seats. The vehicle only drives east, that it cannot turn around and drive west. So you are given integer capacity and array trips where trip I is number of passengers from and to, indicates that the ith trip has number of passenger I, passengers, and the locations to pick them up and drop them off are from and to respectively. The locations are given as number of kilometers due east from the car's initial location. Return true if it is possible to pick up and drop off all the passengers for all the given trips, or false otherwise. So they have given us couple of examples. So basically what the problem is saying is there is a car, right? Like a, you can imagine is like a car, like a taxi service or car, and there are couple of trips that are coming, and we have to find out if we can cover all those trips, right? Because the car has a limited capacity, right? So we have to check if with that capacity, if all trips are possible or not possible, right? And based on that we have to return true or false. So let us take this last fourth examples over here, and I can explain you like what the problem is and how we can solve this problem. So so let's just, this is the trips that are given to us, and initial capacity of the vehicle is 11, right? Of the car is 11. So if you can like if we can just draw this one on a, let's say on a axis, right? Let's say this is the axis from 0, right? So first trip is going to start from 2 and it is going to end at 7. So this is a first trip, this is 2 and this is 7, right? So uh, then the next trip is going to start at 7 and end at 9. So this is 9, and the last trip is starting at 3 and ending at 9, right? So it is 3 and 9. So if you see, the first trip is starting at 2 and 7, right? So this trip started, let's say, and it's until 7. So we have 3 passengers that boarded the car, right? And some other, like one other trip started, this trip, right, started at 3 and it boarded 8 passengers, right? So this is from 3 to 9. So as you can see, this is from 3 to 9, right? So this is 9. So it boarded 8 passengers, right? So as you can see, after this point, the capacity, if I cut this point, then capacity is already 11, which is already filled now, right? So our car is already filled completely basically at this point. So now there is another trip that comes at 7 and starts at 7, right? So another trip 7 and 9 it starts. So it's starting at 7 and 9. So actually it is boarding 3 passengers, but now as you see we have already boarded 11 passengers. But what happens is this trip is ending at 7, right? So once this trip ends, then 3 capacity will again come back basically, right? So at this 7 point, this trip is ending, right? So it is going to, at this point, once this trip ends, the capacity of the car again becomes like only car is filled now 8, right? Because this 3 got down actually at this point, right? At this point 3 got down, so now we have 8 passengers, and 3 is boarding here, right? At the same time, right? After they get down, 3 are boarding here, right? 7 to 9, you can see 7 to 9, 3 are boarding here. So again it became 11, right? So first, so again it became 11. So which is possible in our 11 is the capacity, right? So they can take these 3 also, and they can go and reach until this point, where at this point all the people are getting down right from the car. So again the car become empty and all the 11 capacity is becoming available basically at point 9, right? Because all the trips are ending at 9, so this one will end and this one will also end, so 8 will be added into the capacity which is available capacity, and add plus 3, right? Total 11 will be there. So this is the problem. So in this case we will return true because it is possible to cover all the trips with the given capacity, right? How we are going to solve this problem is basically we will just sort this trips array so that it will be sorted based on the starting point, right? So what I mean to say is um, we have this array, right? 3 to 7 will be first after sorting, right? 3 to 7 will be the first after sorting. The second will be 839 because it is based on the starting of the trip, right? So it is 839 is the second one after sorting, because 3 is like more than 9, right? And the last one will be 379, right? Because we are using the starting point while sorting this, so 379 will be the last one after sorting, right? uh, so this one we will sort first, the trips array, and then after that we will create one priority queue, right? The priority queue is the uh, max heap basically implementation of Java, right? So in this case what we will be using is like we wanted to keep the trip uh, which is ending first basically on the top, right? So it is a kind of a min heap basically that we are going to use. For example, I will highlight for you. So this is the one that is ending first, right? Which is 7, right? 7 is ending first. After that, these two trips are ending at 9, right? So we will keep this after 7, right? So whichever trip ends first will be on the top in priority queue. So that is how we will define the comparator when we are creating the priority queue. So that when, for example, at this point 7, right? At this point 7, when we want to check if there is any available, any capacities available or not, first we want to remove from the priority queue if the trip is ending, right? If any of the trip is ending, for example in this case 3 to 7 is ending at this point 7, right? So we want to remove these 3 passengers from the car, right, which boarded here basically, right? So we wanted to remove them from the car, and the capacity again becomes available. 3 capacity will be available, right, after we remove them from car. So again we can add this next 3 into their place basically, correct? Because they are also starting at 7. So at the same time these 3 will get down, and at the same time these 3 will board the car basically, get into the car, right? So which means that we will be using this priority queue, which is a mean implementation of the heap. So mean heap you can say. And the meaning for priority queue in this context is we always want to keep the trip which is ending first on the top, right, of the priority queue. So this is the example that I explained. So there is another 2 examples that we will also test in our unit testing, but as you can see in this example, right, I'll just draw it quickly for you here. So let's just draw the first one, right? So at point 2 and 7, right, the trip is starting at 2 and it is ending at 7. One trip is ending at 7, other is 7 to 9, okay, and then other is 3 to 9. So let's say this is 3, let's say 3 to 9, and then this is 10 to 12, right? So this is 10 and this is 12 basically. Okay, so 10 to 12, right? So first we will sort this array, right? So 2 will come first, and then this will come first, right, after sorting. Then this will come second because 3, and after this will come, this is 3, right, third, because 7 and 10 means this is fourth, right, after sorting. So 2 to 7 trip will start and they will board 3 passengers, right? 2 to 7. So now 3 passengers are boarded, right? So our initial capacity was 11 minus 3. Now it becomes 8 after 3 boarded. So second trip starts at 3 and it is boarding 8 passengers and it is go until 9, right? So 3 to 9 it will go, and it boarded 8 passengers. So all the 8 passengers, now capacity became 0 after that, right? Now at point 3, which is starting at 7, right? So here at this time the first one became available, right? This trip ends at 7, so 3 will become available at this point. So we can board this 3 basically, right? We can board this 3 at their because they are getting down. So again we are boarding the 3 here at 7. So for 7 to 9 it is possible to board those 3. So we boarded this 3. Again the capacity is again 0 now, because this 8 plus 3 is 11 is boarded at this point, right? So at ninth point, the 2 and 3 will get down, right? So again our car will become empty at 9 point basically. So now all the 11 will become available at the point 9, right? Because this trip is also ending, this trip is also ending at point 9. So we can easily board from 10 to 12. We want to board 2, so we can easily board, right? Because our car was empty at this time, so we can board this. So we have to return true. So all the trips are possible here, right? So now in the other examples, let's just see this another negative test case, right? So we have seen some positive cases, test cases. We will see one negative test case also, so it will be clear for you. So this is first trip is again 2 to 7, so I'll just draw it. So this is 2 and this is going until 7 point, right? And then the second trip is this. So this is first, this is second, right? Because it is starting at 3. So and it is 3 to 9. So this is 3 and this is 9, and the third trip is this one, which starts at 7 to 9. We already have it. And this is the fourth, which start at 8 to 12, right? So this is 8 and this is 8, right? And this is 12. So it goes until this point. So let us start. So now 2 to 7 first trip started at this point 2, and it will go to 7, and it has, we already have put 3 passengers here, right? 3 passengers. So now we have 8 passengers available. So on the second trip starts at 3 to 9. So it started at 3 and it will go until point 9. So now we can put 8 passengers here, right? Because we have total 11, so we put 8 passengers. So for this one, right, we put 8 passengers here, and here we put 3 passengers. Now the third trip will start at 7 to 9, it will go, right? So at this time 7 means this 3 will become empty, right? So we can put 3 here from 7 to 9, right? Because it is possible, because this 3 became empty here at this point, right? So another trip will start from here to here now, right? Let me just, yeah, so it became available after they get down. Now this one is starting 7 to 9, so we put 3 here, right? So we can put 3 here, and from 8 to 12 again we need to put 2. So as you can see, when we see go from 8 to 12, now at this point we already have occupied all the 11, right? So when we wanted to put 2 here, we cannot put 2 by, right? Because our capacity is already 11, all the car is basically fully packed. So we cannot put anything any more at this point, right? At 8 point basically. So we have to return false here, right? So this is the negative test case we will test. So let me just show you the code implementation now, so it will be easy for you to understand after the example. So first we are sorting the trips based on the starting point, right? So A1 is the starting point, right? Because first is number of passengers in the array, second is the starting point, and third is ending point. So we are using A1 means starting point. We sorted the array first, and after that we calculated the length n of the trips, and we defined a priority queue called as n time pq, right? And as you can see, we are using the n time will be ascending basically, right? So which means that always the trip which is ending first will be on top basically, right? As I explained. So after that I just created a variable called as passengers, and we are going through all the trips here in a for loop, right? So we will take one trip after sorting, right? So now we will get current start, and we will check, here, if the priority queue is not empty and current start is greater than or equal to the element which is on the top of the priority queue here, right? If that is the case, then we have to basically, some people are what it means is one of the trip is ending at that point basically, right? For example, one of the trip, like in this case, right, this trip is ending at this point, right? So we have to add those, so free up the space basically, right? So others can sit after that. So that's what we are doing, so I created a got down variable. So these people are getting down of the car, right? Here from priority queue I will pull the trip that is ending at that time, right? And then we will just subtract that got down passengers from the total passengers that we have, right? For example, when these passengers got down, so total were 11 first, so we have to subtract -3 here, right? Because 3 people are getting down, so we will our total passengers will come to 8, right? So that is what we are doing here. So after that I am just putting system out. So I just wanted to show you the stack trace, how after when we are running the program, right? And this one also we will, this is just system out. So this one is important. We will add the current trips passengers, right? Now current trips passengers we will add to the passengers variable. So passengers variable is keeping track of total passengers at any time, right, during the trips. And then we will also have to add the end time, like that we add the trip basically into the end time PQ, right? The priority queue we will add the current trip, right? And if we wanted to always check if our total passenger count, if it is exceeding our total capacity, right, which is 11, then we will return false. For example, in this case, right, in this example, when we are adding from this 8 to 12, we already have 11 capacity right here, and now we are adding 2 here, right? Because 2, as you can see here, 2, so we are adding 2 here, so now it is becoming 13. So 13 is greater than our capacity 11, right? So we will return false. So that's what we are doing here. If passengers are greater than the capacity of the car, we will return false. So we will always iterate through each of the trip and making sure that our capacity is not exceeding after the trip, after those passengers are boarded, right? And if everything is working well, if it never returns false, then at the end we will return true, which means that we could cover all the trips basically with that capacity, right? So I think I already explained you in a lot detail with these 3 examples, so it will be clear for you, right? So so we are just like using the basically we sorted the trips array based on the start time, then we created a priority queue, this end time PQ, and priority queue is based on the end time of the trip, right? So the first ending trip will be on the top of the priority queue. So we just iterating through the trips here in this array, we are getting the start time, and we are checking if the current if the priority queue is not empty, and the current start time that we have now, right, if it is greater than the sum of the trips end time basically, right? If there is some trip in the priority queue which is ending before the start time, then we have to adjust those passengers, right? Because some we are simulating that people are getting off up getting down from the car, right? So that's what we are doing, right? So they are getting down here, so we are updating our passengers variable here, right? And then at the after that we will just add the current trips passengers into the passengers variable, right? Because we are boarding some new people with the current trip, right? So that's what we are doing here. And we have to also put that trip into our priority queue. At the end we will always keep checking if our total this passengers count is, if it is exceeding the capacity, we will return false. So let us take some examples and go through the, so this is the same example that this fourth one, right, that we just discussed now, right? This is the same example, so it should return true with the 11 capacity. So as you can see, it is returning true, and you can see how it is working, right? So start passenger 0, then first passenger, this passenger is boarding, right? So it became 3 here, right? After that this 8 1 will be boarding, right? So 8 plus 3 will become 11, right? and after that passengers will get down. These passengers after at point 7 these 3 will get down, so again the count will come down to 8 basically. Again after that these 3 passengers will board, right? The count will again go to 11, right? So there are no points when the count exceeded 11. That's why we have written true here. So let me take another test case here. So yeah, let me just take another test case. This is another test case that we have just saw, right? We have just seen. This is the another test case. Here also this is first one, right? So again 11 is getting us true, so we'll just make sure that it's working fine here. So as you can see here also we are getting true, because with the capacity we could board all the passengers in all the trips. So now we will take one negative example that I showed you just before some time. So this one is the negative example, right? This one we are taking now, and it is false basically, because with this capacity in this last one it will exceed, right? It will become 13, right? So we'll just make sure that this example gives us false. So this example gives us false. So as you can see, first it is 0, then it is 3, right? With this 3 it becomes 3. Again we boarded this one 8, so 3 plus 8 became 11, and at this 7 point these 3 are getting out of the car, right? So it became 8 again, and the other people are coming into the car at this point, right? 3 people are coming, so again it became 11. So at this point when to 8 12, right, we are trying to add 2 more people, so the capacity becoming 13 here, so it exceeded 11, right? So we just return false. So let's just go ahead and make sure that all these examples are working that they have given us, and then we will submit our code. So we are going to submit the code. So actually it's little slow because of the system outs are there. So let me just remove this system outs and we will resubmit this quickly. So as you can see, our solution got accepted by LeetCode. So this is the way we can solve carpooling problem with the help of sorting and priority queue, right? So we sorted and priority queue, and with variables passengers, where we will keep track of all the passengers that are currently inside the car, and those count should not exceed our capacity, right? If you haven't already looked into my channel's playlist of LeetCode and LeetCode solutions, please check it now. It has over 200 solved examples explained with Java code and details. Those examples were taken from previously asked coding interview questions from Amazon, Google, Facebook, Microsoft, Yahoo, Apple, and many other companies, and constitute a variety of problems like dynamic programming, graph problems, binary search tree related problems, linked list, string related interview questions, optimization problems. And also there are other playlists called as Java interview to help people who are preparing for telephonic Java interviews. It's like frequently asked telephonic interview questions are discussed and how to answer them. If you find this video helpful and if you like it, please hit like and subscribe this video. Your subscription is really important to us, because that is the way the video can reach to more people like you who are preparing for coding interviews or simply learning Java concepts. They can also watch these videos and get helped by these example videos. So please subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching the video.